Good morning, Kathy. Thank you for coming on our pilgrimage. I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. Uh, thank you for joining the pilgrimage 2019. The first question I'd like to ask you: has the uh, pilgrimage fulfilled your spiritual and cultural expectations? What can you tell us about
Well, I've been a priest for nearly 20 years, and while I know the Bible well, I didn't ever have perspective, if you know what I mean. And what the pilgrimage has given me is this fabulous perspective. Not only have I been to those places where Jesus walked, which was amazing, an amazing spiritual experience, but also I have the geography and all of those things in mind now that I didn't have before. And the other thing is the cultural. It is so much. It's more culturally diverse than I ever imagined, and that has been it's been an eye opener, and I've loved learning about it.
that? What about security and safety? Did you feel safe?
I felt safe the whole time. Felt safe the whole time. The hotels were very safe. The areas we stayed in were safe. I felt completely at ease walking with groups. I stayed with a group all of the time, and it was good.
So, regarding the fact that we, Randa and I, come from the Holy Land, lived our lives from the Holy Land, before calling Australia home, having the contacts, speaking the language, what effect did it have, if any, on the quality of the experience and the pilgrimage in general?
Well, it gave me a great sense of security. In fact, it was the fact that you were Christians who had been born here and raised here. That was what encouraged me to come on your pilgrimage, because you had an inside understanding that a lot of other people wouldn't have had, and it's what encouraged me to come.
And was that felt throughout the
Oh,
pilgrimage?
absolutely, absolutely. I felt completely secure, and yeah, you were able to give insights that other people wouldn't have been able to give.
The choice of buses, accommodation, proximity of locations, all of these logistics, how do you rate them?
The buses were excellent. No toilets in the buses, but we had lots of opportunities. Wherever we got off, we found a toilet. But the buses were comfortable. The drivers were excellent. There were even the little sockets to put your USB in for the phone charging. Yes, and there were huge windows in the buses, so we all had a terrific view.
The tour guides, any comments on the
Tour guides. The tour guide in Palestine, in Jordan, was fantastic. Anton, and I thought you couldn't get a better tour guide than that until we got to the other side. And then Michael was just excellent. He was a Christian. So was Anton, but he was a Christian, and he was able to weave so much more into each of the places we went to. If I ever came back, I would love to have Michael as a guide. He was so patient. His knowledge was awesome, but he was so patient and respectful, well-mannered.
Now, the last question. Would you recommend Christian pilgrimage to individual pilgrims and or to church leaders? Would you recommend us? Would you encourage people to use us as opposed to other providers?
I would, because I've had the experience with you, and I know that you are genuine people who have a heart for the Christian faith, and you're wanting to encourage other people to have this sort of experience that we've all just had. No, I would definitely recommend you.
Kathy, would you like to add any other comments?
Only just that I think your general knowledge of the places we went to was so good, and you chose hotels that was really central. The only hotel that wasn't really central was the one at Jericho, and that was just a glorious. It had been a casino, so we all really enjoyed that. But closeness meant that we could walk to places, and we weren't taking hours in the bus. So I really appreciated that. The other thing I really appreciated was the fact that we did have time. We had fun at Wadi Rum in the desert, and we also had opportunities to go shopping and to walk through those fabulous malls in Jerusalem and in the Old City. And I think it was such a good balance.
And the knafe?
And the knafe. Oh well, that was just divine. And that's right. That was the other thing. The really authentic food that we were introduced to on our first night. We had this wonderful Lebanese banquet, and so yeah. All in all, it was a fabulous trip. I'll remember it forever.
Thank you.